I'm not going to waste your time. You clicked on this video to find out how much money I make through YouTube, and there's your answer, $20,000. Except it could not be further from the truth, because in reality, I've made almost $300,000 in the last 18 months through my YouTube content. $180,000 of that was profit into my pocket. So if you just care about money for AdSense, feel free to click off this video. I've showed you your answer, but if you want to know how to actually make proper money with YouTube, money that can change your life and turn YouTube into a full-time living for you, then stick around because I'm going to give you some free sauce. Because YouTube, in my opinion, is the best job in the world. Over the last 18 months, I've been able to travel the world. I was just in Times Square, New York a couple of weeks ago. I go on holidays every month. Since May, I've been to Bali, Greece, France, New York, and I'm going to Turkey on Monday. I record content from anywhere in the world, like Bali right here. I get invited to amazing events like TikTok's headquarters in both London and New York. I can basically create content from anywhere in the world and work a few hours per week making life-changing money, like the example right here for my software business. But this would not be possible on just the $20,000 over the last 18 months, like I showed you with AdSense. There has to be another way. I call it breaking out of the matrix YouTube edition, right? Because when it comes to YouTube, everyone thinks you're going to get rich with AdSense. They show their massive AdSense earnings and go, hey, look at me. I'm making hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. That's remaining in the matrix. If you want to really make life-changing money with YouTube, you've got to break out and you've got to find a way to make life-changing money external to the YouTube platform. And this is how me, with only around 40,000 subscribers, I'm not saying this as a YouTuber with millions of subscribers and hundreds of thousands of views every single video. I've had a few videos break out to hundreds of thousands of views, but I'm a pretty normal YouTuber, yet I've turned it into a full-time living where I'm my own business owner and I'm 23 years old working wherever I want, location, time, and financial freedom. So this is exactly how. Not all views are treated equal. That is the very first lesson you need to take into account, because when I started my YouTube personal brand 3 years ago, right, my only intention was to create content about helping students get into university. I just got into, well, I was about 2 years deep into my engineering degree at Imperial College London, and I thought, you know what, let's make a YouTube channel teaching others how to do the same thing. So I'd make videos about getting into engineering, side hustles I was doing, productivity tips, kind of like a B-Tech Ali Abdal. That's the best way to describe it. But then I realized there's not real longevity in this. I'm going to be a student only a couple more years. Students also broke, so there's not really anywhere I can grow into in terms of monetizing my channel, and it's heavily saturated. How can I break out and make content that is going to value my time, make me an authority in my niche, and put money in my pocket? So that's when I pivoted and started teaching people how to grow social media pages, because alongside being a student at university, I was actually testing out different side hustles. And one side hustle that was extremely successful for me was faceless short form pages. I started TikTok theme pages, and my first and third page got monetized, and my third ever page grew to 500,000 followers in just 6 months, posting motivational content, and I was monetizing it, making an extra $2, $3, $4,000 every month through just posting faceless content. And I had friends asking me, how do I do this? And then the penny dropped. If friends are asking me this, then there will be millions, if not billions of people online also interested in how this works. So I started pivoting my content towards how to make money through social media, because that was exactly what I was doing through my faceless pages. And this is why I really started to get views of my content and really start to blow up. And then what ended up happening was I became a niche authority. And this is super important because you don't want to be the number one person in your field. Like Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, makes a lot of money because he is the number one footballer. Messi, Ronaldo, nowadays it's probably Mbappe, Haaland, etc. But the point was, Ronaldo is one of the best footballers of all time. So he was the number one footballer. He makes a lot of money, right? Now, when it comes to YouTube, the number one YouTuber is Mr. Beast. But you don't want to try to be Mr. Beast. I see so many people talk about their mentors are telling them they need to do this to become the best at YouTube, or I want to become the very best YouTuber, the number one YouTuber. You don't need to do that. It's hard, it's long, it's effortful. You don't need to do all of that. In reality, what you need to become is the number one person in your niche. So let's break it down like it's a pyramid, right? I understood that YouTube as a platform, to be the number one YouTuber is damn hard. Very, very difficult to do, borderline impossible. Now, if I wanted to break down further into my subsection, being a number one person in the make money online niche is also very hard. There's people like Iman Gadzhi, Alex Hormozi. I'm not really going to beat these people. They've got massive personal brands. But let's go one step below that. What about making money through YouTube and TikTok? Like this actually is more realistic. Now, rather than trying to be the number one YouTuber or trying to be the number one YouTuber in the make money online space, I set myself a goal to be the number one YouTuber in the make money through TikTok space, or through TikTok/YouTube Shorts. That is a far more manageable goal, and that can make me a niche authority. So if you look at yourself, don't try and become the best YouTuber. Don't even try and become the best YouTuber in your niche. Try and become the best YouTuber in your sub niche, and then you'll really start to see explosive growth and explosive money making opportunities. So let's give you another example. Let's say, for example, you're in the fitness content niche. So don't try and become the number one YouTuber. Don't try and become the number one YouTuber in fitness content. Try and become the number one YouTuber in workout plans for 30 to 40-year-old mums. That can be your sub niche. And suddenly, rather than trying to focus on fitness content like everyone else, you're trying to get a sub niche, a particular demographic, a particular ICP that you are going to zero in on, and that you're going to become their number one YouTuber. And that is where the opportunities come from. And me doing that enabled me to get basically spammed with money making opportunities where brands were hitting my inbox left, right, center, trying to pay me to promote their services. I was getting invited to exclusive events. The money making opportunities poured in, and I went from making absolutely zero money to having my first $10,000 per month in literally 4 months. I think January I started with zero, April I was at 10K per month. It was literally that quick. That is how fast the progression can happen if you have a plan in place. And that is great because now not only do I do it for myself, I also coach clients one-on-one to grow their YouTube personal brands and make money through their YouTube content. And I've been able to help one of my clients, Pritam, get 2 money making opportunities. He's gone through 5 different YouTube mentors, and I was the only one that actually helps him make money. I help him with his YouTube growth, and I help him monetize his channel. Got him a partnership with 11 Labs and a partnership with Arcas for $550 and $750. So just over $1,300 combined. Well, about that combined, right? And that's important because I've got connections now with all these brands. So I can help myself in terms of my content, but I can also help all my clients with their YouTube content as well. So I can help them get sponsorship opportunities. I've become a more valuable person through the content I create and through the mentorship I can now provide to my clients. By the way, if you are interested, not going to plug it too heavy, but first link in the description or in the pinned comment, you can book in a call with me to see if we're a good fit for each other. But regardless, the point is, when you make yourself a niche authority, this is where the opportunities flood in. Now you may be thinking, okay, cool, Deniz, this is great, but how does this work for me? Like I might be posting about pottery or knitting or football. This works in any niche. I've spoken to countless YouTubers and countless clients. I was speaking to someone the other day who does cybersecurity. You become the number one YouTube channel out there for people, for SMBs with cybersecurity. That should be your only goal. I spoke to another person who does football related content. Super easy to do. You become the number one person to help kids get into their first academy, or help, I don't know, teenagers get picked up by League 2 or League 1 football clubs. The point is, this is possible whatever niche you're in. You just got to niche and sub niche. Every single niche out there has a sub niche. And if you're wondering it doesn't have a sub niche, just pick a demographic, pick an age range, pick a gender. There you go. You're good to go. You found your sub niche. Just make yourself more targeted, because then you'll be able to appeal to a certain demographic. Now, partnerships, sponsorships are not the only way to make money. I've also made money for affiliate income. Because I was in a niche which was teaching people how to make money online, anytime I would talk about a software or a tool, I could also put a link in the description with a coupon code. And anytime someone bought through my link, I would get commissions. And this can be very lucrative. I made thousands of dollars through promoting websites like Verlo, for example, over $7,000, VSUP over $7,000, plenty of others as well, but I've only kept it to these 2 on the screen. So if you are making content around a particular product or service, include an affiliate link in the description. I mean, people doing TikTok Shop have started doing this now. TikTok Shop literally is someone making a video on a product. When someone buys the product through your video, you get commissions. But this has been happening on YouTube for years. People act like TikTok Shop is some revolutionary new invention. There's been YouTube affiliation for years. People just clocked onto it with TikTok Shop now. So you can do exactly this to make some extra side hustle income. And it's pretty much passive, because when you make that video, anytime someone clicks on the link and buys, that's passive income in your pocket. Alongside this, digital products. So for example, I've got a pillar page where I sell ebooks on how to escape zero view jail on YouTube Shorts, how to get views on YouTube Shorts. And I made almost $1,000 basically selling this. I make a video, I plug my link in the bottom to say, hey, buy this ebook if you want some extra help. And then people buy it and I make money. And it's perfect because I'm delivering a service and I'm helping them out at the same time, and I'm getting paid for that. So when you look at it like this, it is the perfect combination. This is why I love YouTube and building businesses through YouTube, because I get paid by my clients and I actively help them. Like I'm giving them a service and they're happy to pay me for it because I'm giving them a return on investment. Like my one-on-one client, Pritam, he pays me monthly for YouTube mentorship, and I can help him with his YouTube growth and give him special opportunities through my network of brands and clients I work with. So look how amazing that is. This is the opportunities you get for YouTube, and why I've been able to make so much money with a relatively small YouTube channel of around 40,000 subscribers. And so when you pair it all together, you turn YouTube from a $20,000 over the last 18 months AdSense job where you're slaving away to barely make minimum wage into a job where you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. You get invited to special events like at TikTok's headquarters. You can travel the world on business and work from anywhere in the world, and just overall create amazing opportunities. Like, I've also got my own software, Verlo, an opportunity that came to me because of my YouTube personal brand. And we've since grown that to 35,000 users. And we just crossed $100,000 in revenue launching in March this year, all through my YouTube personal brand. So if you want to convert silly little YouTube videos into a full-time business, you've got to check out the first link in the description or in the pinned comment. I help out clients one-on-one. All you have to do is book in a completely free strategy call with myself, and I can discuss whether it works for your particular business, because everyone's business is different. So you can just talk to me and say, hey, this is my channel, this is my business, etc. This is my goals and what I want to do. And I can be absolutely upfront and honest with you and say whether it's possible or whether it's not possible. So at the start of the video, I said I was making $20,000 through my AdSense. But in reality, it couldn't be further from the truth. It's been around $300,000. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe down below. Also check out the video right beside me, as you can see in a little bit more depth how I've been able to turn YouTube into a full-time living for myself. I can't wait to see you there.